Have you been on Frontline or any other substitute teaching website to look for jobs and physical education comes up and you're just like,
I don't know how to do that.
Subbing in physical education can be intimidating, and I understand that, but I promise it definitely does not have to be. Now, as a health and physical education teacher, I am going to let you know about 8 tips so that when you sub for physical education, you are going to be super successful and have the best time ever. Before the kids come, you definitely want to dress for success. So something like what you would wear to the gym is absolutely appropriate to do. I have seen some women come in a dress and heels, and we teachers are like, that's appropriate. You definitely want to feel comfortable, have your tennis shoes. Even if you think, which has happened to me when I subbed, is I took a job for English, and I get there and they're like, hey, you're going to substitute teach for health and phys ed. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's okay. In my car, I kept my shoes. So just a little secret there. Please excuse my nose right now. I woke up during the night nasally and it is so annoying. So if you hear me sneeze, whew. Tip 2 is to arrive early. So you want to read the lesson plans, okay, thoroughly and all the way through so that you know what's going on for the day. And that way you can ask the other physical education teachers if there's other phys ed teachers, because I know sometimes there's only one, any questions that you have. You might even be setting up for class, so you really, really want to know what's going on and getting there early so that way before the students arrive, you will have set up everything. Tip number 3 is knowing the safety precautions. So a lot of the safety precautions still are the same from throughout the whole building. So that would be something like a lock out, lock in, what to do in case there's a fire drill. That's obvious. But other things that go on with phys ed, dehydration, knowing when to allow kids to have a break, concussion, what to do with injuries, knowing the nurses, phone numbers so that just in case something does happen. If you're going outside, what's safe, what's not. In the lesson plans, I'm sure that the teacher leave that in there so that way you don't have to just guess. And that is something that I write in my lesson plans so that way others will know and understand oh, this is something that she does in her class. And just a heads up. Tip number 4 is know the cell phone policy. Now, if you're going to teach for elementary school kids, I'm sure that you do not need to deal with this. But as you get to middle school, more in high school, where I'm at, you will see an increase in cell phone usage. Now, some districts are extremely strict on their policy, and nowadays cell phones are getting banned. So that's something that I'm sure you've heard of. And others aren't, it's just up to the teacher. But I would say pick your battles with it. I would say to, a lot of the students will test your patience with that, especially at the high school level. But if they have 3 minutes left of class, you let them dress and stuff, and they're using their phones, okay, whatever, right? But if they are they're doing the squat rack and they're texting while they're trying to spot someone, that is a huge safety risk. And that's when you have to say, get off of your phone, okay? So just pick your battles with it. I want to just explicitly say that a lot of the times in physical education, if a lot of the teachers are certified to do certain things. So for example, we are certified to do rock climbing, and a substitute teacher is not certified in that unless they are rock climbers and they're certified to do that. That would be great. But obviously that's a safety precaution that we want to take. So what we do then is that substitute teacher just goes to the cafeteria and they have study hall with the students. So if they use their phones, then just let them use their phones. Just don't let them be like on TikTok super loud and dancing and doing all their TikTok trends. When students arrive to class. Tip 5 is to keep students safe. Obviously, I know you know that one. And this is probably why you get nervous subbing for physical education, because you're like, oh gosh, like, I know that I need to keep them safe. Like, that's really scary, and that's really understandable. I've been there too. Make sure that you take the attendance as soon as possible. That way you know students' names, you know who is there and who isn't. So just in case there is a fire drill, you have next to Alexa's name absent for the day. Okay, so you could probably skip over that name when you're doing roll call during the fire drill. Tip number 6 is do the lesson plan. Again, I know that it might be intimidating, especially if they are having you do something that is part of the curriculum. Try it the best as you can, okay? That's all we want as physical education teachers. I really cannot talk with a nasally nose, as you can tell. Sorry. But just try your best and then write the detailed notes on what you did and what you didn't. So when students leave, tip 7, either get ready for class, the next class that's coming in, or you can clean up. A lot of the time, I actually write in my lesson plans, like have students pick up after themselves and get ready, just like what they saw in the beginning of class, just so that it goes quicker. If it's the end of the day, put it away as best as you can. There might be a storage room that you can put stuff in. You can even ask another physical education teacher where it goes or where to put it. It does not have to be perfect at all, just as long as it's not making a mess, and just so students actually don't use it unsupervised, because a lot of the times students, if something's out and there's no teacher in there, students will take that, whatever material's out, and like ruin it. Who knows why? And tip number 8 for you is leave detailed notes. Teachers in general love detailed notes. They love to know who was there, who wasn't, who came late, who behaved well, who behaved bad, and just leave all the juicy details for them so that when they come back, they know how to deal with the students and particular students. And again, just enjoy your time. I know that I just gave you a bunch of detailed information. These guidelines are really just to like help you be successful as a physical education teacher. And comment down below if you have any specific questions that you have that I can answer for you. Remember, above all else, your job is to keep the students safe and making sure that they have a bunch of fun. And have fun yourself.